Hey guys, we're R4GE here, and today I'm going to show you how you can change the colour of a person's eye in Adobe Photoshop CC. So if I open Photoshop up, I have this image of a person's eye here, and the first thing we need to do is we need to roughly select the area of the eye that we want to change the colour of. So to do that, you want to select the layer that your image is on, and then you want to come up to Select, and then Select a Mask. Then in Select a Mask, I like to set my transparency to around 30% for this. And then you want to select the quick selection tool. So with the quick selection tool, we will roughly select the area of the eye that we want to change the color of. And then once we've done that, we're going to come down to the output to section here, and we're going to select new layer with layer mask. And then we're going to click OK. So that will then create us a new layer with the layer mask applied that has the eye roughly selected. So now we've done that, we're now going to create a new group, and then we're going to drag that image with the layer mask into the group. And then we will drag the layer mask off the image onto the group itself. Now the next thing we will do is we will come down to here and we will create a new solid color mask. So in the solid color mask, you want to roughly select the color that you want to change the eye to. So I'm going to go for a green roughly like that. And then once you've done that, you then want to click the drop down up here and change it from normal to color. Now with that selected, if I make the other layer visible, you can now see the area of the eye that's been changed color. So we now need to refine the selection of the eye. So to do that, if we select the mask in the group, so that is the black and white mask up here, and then we're going to use our colors both black and white to change the area of the eye that is selected. So with the pen selected and the mask selected, anything that we draw over in white will be part of the selection, and anything that we draw over in black will become no longer part of the selection. So if I select the black color, and then I just go around and I refine some of the selection. So I paint over the areas that I don't want to be selected as part of the color change anymore. So if I just carefully go around the edge of the eye and paint over the areas I don't want the color to be changed on. So now I've gone around the eye with black selected. I'm now going to change it to white just to increase some of the areas that I also want selected. So this area down here, I'm just going to paint white to a little more as I want it to be part of the selection. And there we go. Now we've refined our selection. We can now adjust some of the brightness as well. So to do that, if we just come back here and we then create a levels overlay. So you just want to make sure that the levels layer is above the color fill layer that is also above the image below. So once you've done that, with the layer selected like so, you can then come to the graph and adjust the highlights like so. So I'm going to leave my levels at about that. And now again, I'm going to come back into the color and I'm going to adjust the color fill slightly. Now that is roughly the colour that I want, and then if you think the colour is a bit too intense, you can always come to the colour fill layer and you can change the opacity like so. So I think that looks about right for me. So if I just hide the group, that's how the eye originally looked, and that's how the eye looks after. So guys, hopefully you found that helpful. If you liked the video, don't forget the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you another time. Bye.